Welcome back to Golden Eagle Sports Report. It's time we turn attention to men's basketball. You ready to talk basketball?
Oh, of course I am. Always am.
Because we're going to do it, so let's go. The Big East men's basketball had the Big East bye this weekend and hasn't played since last Wednesday when they beat Butler in Indianapolis by a score of 76-58.
Definitely a dominating game, but in that win over the Bulldogs, Marquette was once again led by the efforts of Marcus Howard and Sam Hauser. Howard had another 30-plus point performance, and Hauser added 19 of his own. Marquette had the lead for 36 of the total 40 minutes and got their first win in Hinkle Fieldhouse since the 1989-90 season.
With this win, the Golden Eagles improved their record to 8-1 in conference and 19-3 overall. It's also Marquette's 8th straight conference win. They haven't dropped a conference game since their opener against St. John's back on January 1st.
Long time coming, but looking at this upcoming week, Marquette will get a chance to avenge their loss against St. John's when they host the Red Storm tomorrow night at Fiserv Forum. Defense definitely will be a crucial part in that game, but here's what Sakar Annam had to say about how he stresses his defensive capabilities in his play.
Yeah, definitely, exactly. Because those guys, we have terrific players in this country. I love having a chance to be able to guard the best players in the country. Because I know it's going to be a challenge. And, they're going to make some tough shots, but just got to keep working. Just make it as tough as possible for them.
And on Saturday, campus will be buzzing for National Marquette Day. The Villanova Wildcats will be in Milwaukee for a top 15 battle on the biggest day of the year. As the squad looks to continue their home court dominance in that match, Sam Hauser credits Marquette Nation for the team's success in Fiserv Forum.
I think credit to our fans. They show up every night when we have a home game, and they bring that energy that gives us a home court advantage, and we use that to our advantage. It gives us a lot of energy on the floor when they're getting into it. So obviously the new arena is part of it too, but it's just a lot different than Bradley Center. I think it just gives us a true home court advantage.
Well, for more on the men's team, we want to welcome in analyst Nick Galle. Nick, thanks for always being here.
Hey, great to be here, Jack. Especially great to be here on your birthday, 20 years old.
Thank you very much,
I'm with
man.
An adult right now. It's a great feeling.
Well, hey, we're all adults here.
I guess so. It
just feels weird with adding the 2 and the 0 together.
I know. It's something special about it, Jack. Something special.
Well, thanks regardless for giving me the birthday shout out. Anyway, Nick, while we have National Marquette Day on our minds, what are you most looking forward to in yet another big-time game against Villanova?
Well, this is a huge game for Marquette. That's obvious. One thing I want to see in this game is some play down low. Theo John, we all know he's had some foul trouble. So I think we really got to see some play down low because Marquette's been a team this year that's really ride or die with the 3-ball. And I want to see some more, elements of their game coming into play, especially on the offensive side. Theo's been great on defense when he's been in, but how much has he been in? That's the thing. He's getting in foul trouble. Coach Wojo's taking him out of games. He's fouling out. So I think we got to see some play from Theo John. He's a guy I'm looking at in this Villanova game. I think he can be the difference maker. We know Marquette's going to come up with the threes, or at least we hope they're going to come up with the threes. But can Theo John put up some points down low, have that defensive, skill set that he has, and can he stay in this game and stay away from the foul trouble? So.
And the one thing you actually have to think about with Theo John is comparing that to the 2018 season, how much better body control he has and how he's able to kind of stay out of foul trouble. So I agree. If he can stay out of foul trouble, really hold down the paint, it could be a great game between Marquette and Villanova. But
for sure,
before we get ahead of ourselves, obviously the team still has a typical trap game tomorrow against St. John's. What do you think the team's going to have to do to take care of business versus the Red Storm?
Well, I think this is a huge game as well. Obviously, St. John's, Big East opponent of ours. So I think we're going to have to see something that we didn't see in that first game against St. John's back on January 1st. And that's Marcus Howard getting off to an early start. He's got to be the Shamari Pons of this game. Shamari Pons absolutely killed Marquette in the first half. 20 points, I believe he had. I think he had 26 for the game. So Shamari Pons got off to an unbelievable start. Marcus Howard's going to need to do that this game. Howard was held to just 8 points in that first game against St. John's. And it's going to be a big game Tuesday night at the Fiserv. So Marcus Howard, quick start. That should lead to a win for Marquette.
And not only is it Owls night, but that also the Red Storm is the only team so far this season that beat Marquette, at least when it comes to Big East play. So that's definitely going to be a crucial game. Definitely a trap game, but still really big for Marquette.
Big game for them.
Definitely a big game. But final question, Nick. Marquette is undefeated at home so far this season. I'm sure everyone knows that. But do you think that they can keep up the success at home and even possibly go undefeated at the Fiserv for the first season?
All right. I don't know if people are going to like my answer here. I really don't. But first, I'll say I think they can do it. But at the same time, I don't really care if they go undefeated.
Really?
I don't really care because I think right now the mindset is on that national tournament. I honestly do. And if you're in a national tournament, your home court record is not going to matter. And I think Marquette has to get in the mindset right now of we got to win on the road. They've been very iffy on the road this year. They've been better as of late, but at the beginning of the year they had a lot of trouble. So I think they can go undefeated at home. But how much does it matter? I mean, I think it's going to be good for them mentally to know, hey, we went undefeated at home in our first season at the Fiserv, but once that tournament comes, I don't know. I don't know, Jack.
Well, remember, if Marquette goes undefeated at home, obviously if they can at least win some more road games, they'd pretty much be guaranteed a spot in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah,
Plus,
for sure.
I don't know, man. It's definitely possible, but answer the question specifically. Do you think they will go undefeated?
Do I think they will? Yes.
You had to guess now.
I think they will, because the fans this year have been absolutely great. I think they've been absolutely great. And it's just the atmosphere in that arena this year has been outstanding. And Marquette's protected the home court. So I think they can go undefeated at home. But at the same time, I think the Golden Eagles just need to keep that mindset of, okay, we went undefeated at home, but there's still a job to be done.
And obviously, Coach Wojciechowski last year, when the Fiserv form was almost completed, he was talking about how he thinks that when the Fiserv was completed, it would give a really big advantage for the Marquette team. And he was definitely not right or not wrong. My apologies, because they haven't lost a game in Fiserv yet.
They've been amazing there, and it's really showing the fans. They come out every game, even over winter break. There were fans there, and that's just a great thing to see. Season tickets obviously sold out, and it's showing at the games. Everyone's packing that arena. So let's see if they can go undefeated at home.
Well, we'll see. But anyways, great stuff, Nick. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Obviously, it's always fun to have you on the show. But we're going to take a short break, and when we get back, I'll be debuting my first final take of 2019.